Justin Baldoni is fighting back, and Ryan Reynolds' movie is getting delayed again? Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. I am here with It's Kim. We have been live talking about a lot of crazy fun stuff. Always check out our full shows on popcornplanet.com. Become a member today and you can watch the full replays. It can be quite interesting and revealing. But today's news is an important one, right, Kim? We got some new news of Justin fighting back. He's appealing, guys. So basically, look, this defendant's memorandum of law in response to plaintiff's motion for summary judgment and in support of the cross motion for a stay has been filed. And what this ultimately means is that an appeal from Wayfarer may be coming. And this is in the case regarding the New York Times versus Wayfarer. Wayfarer is now responding to the New York Times motion for summary judgment and asked the court to stay the case. Basically, to sort of say the dumb version of that for those who don't understand, because I don't always understand this either. The New York Times is saying, well, we won, so pay us. You have to pay us our attorney's fees because we won. And Friedman's like, no, you guys dumb? We're still like suing Blake. It's not done. We're waiting for a ton of stuff to come in. And yeah, we're going to appeal you once we've settled this out. And that's legally how it works. I talked to Ron, I texted with him, and yeah, this is a pretty standard thing. But what's really revealing about this is that, yes, it does show it ain't over, right, Kim? They are intending to appeal. They are planning to go in there. A lot of the public thought they missed their window to appeal. They didn't. The core of Wayfarer's argument is that the deadline to appeal has not yet begun running due to the pending motions for attorney's fees, meaning no appeal has been forfeited. That's important here because a lot of people think, oh, it's over. They can't. No. They had to specifically wait for this. In June 2025, federal court dismissed the claims against the Times on a motion to dismiss. Therefore, in October 25, federal court issued an order effectively extending Wayfarer's time to appeal the dismissal of the claims against the Times to align the timing with the legally and factually overlapping related action, which remains pending. Notwithstanding September 2025, the Times prematurely commenced this action against Wayfarer, seeking to recover under New York's anti-SLAPP laws its attorney's fees and costs incurred in the defense of Wayfarer's claim against the Times and SD New York action. The Times acknowledges that its anti-SLAPP claim is entirely predicated on the federal court's dismissal of Wayfarer's claim in the SD New York action, which Wayfarer intends to appeal in the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. So yeah, look, this is clearly not over. This is a sign that they are going to still fight, and I'm glad to see it, right, Kim? What are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts on this, that honestly what has stuck out the most to me is I think a lot of us remember a couple of months ago, there was a massive just flooding the zone of the media saying that they had missed the deadline to appeal, that they couldn't appeal anymore. It was over. It was done. And we saw it on TMZ. Brian Friedman ended up actually going on TMZ to try to correct the record on this because it's like, that's not what happened. That's not what's happening. And I think it's absolutely fascinating that here we have a legal document with a huge organization, the New York Times, involved. This came out on Friday in the afternoon. And I've been watching people talk about this, and I wanted to kind of bring it to the table here on the live so the community could talk about it, because we now have a document that is saying that we intend to appeal. Is it anywhere in the media? Nope. Not at all. Not at all. We literally, it is written very clearly, and we know now for sure that this is potentially going to be an avenue that they will take. Now, I know that's going to be dependent on a lot of different factors, but anybody that is saying that that Justin's case against Blake Lively, that Justin's case against the New York Times is over, is wrong, because it's not over. And I am, for one, very frustrated that we have not seen that correction in the media at this time when we have something like this.
Yeah, well said. But you know what is seemingly to be over, Kim? Ryan Reynolds' movie career.
That's kind of I have a lot of questions going on right now.
This movie, Animal Friends, was supposed to be released this May. Now, honestly, I agree with the studio delaying it because they're literally going to court in May, it seems. So why would you want to risk having this movie out and potentially risk coming out at the same time as this big lawsuit that's going to potentially make everybody look really strange and weird. And regardless of who wins, everyone's going to have some bad looks in this court case. It's just how it goes down. And so Ryan, I think, especially not going to fare well in that courtroom. So yeah, no studio wants to have a Ryan Reynolds movie dropping the same month as that trial. But what's interesting is this is not the first delay, right? This has been a movie that was shot 4 years ago. This came in through Jeff Snyder confirmed this as well. And yeah, this is the R-rated Warner Brothers comedy, which again, Warner Brothers, who knows what's going to happen given the sale to Paramount and everything else and who's in charge. This could get dumped later if the Paramount people don't like it. He's had zero marketing, was set to come out 3 months from now in May, after the film had already been delayed from its original October of last year. But yeah, Jeff Snyder reporting that it's been yet again delayed, this time to June 2027. And even the Wikipedia page has done that as well. So yeah, this is not a good sign. Now, apparently this is like a Roger Rabbit style hybrid animation live action film. And so I would imagine there is definitely some post stuff here that makes this more complicated. 2 unlikely fugitives, a spirited pony played by Reynolds and a gruff bear played by Jason Momoa, hit the road in a cross-country adventure as they navigate the absurdities and dangers of America. Their fractured friendship begins to mend while staying one step ahead of the equally mismatched duo of a DEA agent, Aubrey Plaza, and meticulous fish and wildlife ranger, Dan Levy. So yeah, it's being directed by Peter Atencio, who did Key and Peele, Last Man on Earth. And so I do like that director. I like a lot of these people involved, but yeah, I don't know how to watch a Ryan Reynolds movie moving forward, Kim. It's going to be very hard for me to take that man seriously, given all the stuff we've now learned about him. How do you feel about all this?
I honestly, as I read these reports and I see the rumors, and to be clear, we have not seen an official studio statement that the film is delayed. I want to make that really clear. We're seeing it in people are saying it that get a lot of really good film scoops and find out about things before they report it. So to be clear, this is a rumor. But we have been seeing this trend of projects that Ryan has been involved in being delayed. There's been a lot going on with Paramount that we have seen previously. And you do have to wonder, does it have anything to do with what is going on with this drama? At the same time, we've also seen a lot of changes within Hollywood, as we've been talking about today, like with AI and different companies kind of merging and all that type of stuff. So it's hard to know if this is symptomatic of Hollywood or if it's symptomatic of the lawsuits that are going on right now and public image and public favor. Because I really feel like, looking at this situation, I think Ryan's image has suffered a bit through this whole thing. But there is a place in his image that doesn't seem to be suffering at all, and that is his involvement in sports with Wrexham.
I just don't care. I just don't care about this man's plans and marketing. But yeah, I guess kind of smart. Live from Wrexham with Rob and Ryan will stream on Paramount Plus, of course. He's going to go get up with Paramount Plus, the one that's canceling Colbert and apparently going to ruin, they're doing a lot of questionable stuff. But Ryan Reynolds doesn't care. He'll take that money. He's going to be announcing a match live from Wrexham. Woohoo! Yeah. I mean, are the games doing that poorly that he has to do this stunt to get people in, Kim?
I don't know. He makes a joke that it's like he usually sends 90-minute voice notes to Rob, so they're just going to do it live. I think it'll be interesting. We'll see how it goes.
Wait, sorry. I had to laugh at that really funny joke. Ha ha ha! Oh, Ryan's so funny. I'm sorry, Kim. Continue.
I think my bigger question is, when you have a mic in front of you for an extended period of time, as you and I both know this, sometimes things come up, sometimes there's discussion. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be watching this wondering if Ryan will allude to anything that has gone on in the past couple of years during this broadcast. I would assume he's probably going to keep it professional, and that's not what's going to happen. But I'm sure people will be looking for those little Easter eggs he may put in there of what he's saying. But I doubt.
Does that mean we have to watch it, Kim?
I know.
I don't want to.
I know.
What we do for you people. You better be hitting that subscribe button, whether you're live or on the replay. All that we do for you, watching live commentary of Ryan Reynolds. Oh my God, you think any of us want to go do that? But of course, we're going to go do that for you because that's what we do. We work our butts off to make sure you guys are always alerted. And the best way you give back, if you really want to support, is go to our website. You can see all the videos, catch up, as well as most important, you can sign up today, become a member. With all the algorithm issues happening on this platform, we could use that now more than ever. So please head on over there, support if you can. Kim, thank you as always for everything. We're not done the live. We're going to talk a lot more. We got a lot more stuff that's been prepped, but there you go. Today's latest Ryan Reynolds, Justin Baldoni, and Blake Lively news. We still got it for you here on Popcorn Planet.